another episode of With the Chiefs.
Wait. Man, I need more rest.
I hope I've got your last name right there.
It's a very good pronunciation.
You should know better than that now, Dom.
I know.
Welcome back. Is it working? Okay, yes, it's working. Welcome back to another episode.
Spooky episode.
A spooky episode. No, we don't have the table lamp.
Oh right, yeah.
But it was ruining the saturation. Anyway.
Yeah. Halloween though.
Yeah, true. It's Halloween. We are joined today by the King of UTA, fifth place finisher. Actually, you can't say King of UTA if you came fifth. Can you?
No, yeah, it doesn't really work that.
Okay.
Oh, I was first in my age group though, so
Yep.
I'll take that.
Take it. Today, I think we're going to do our normal recap, but obviously focus it on the pretty impressive. Okay, I've actually underplayed it. Pretty impressive is an understatement, but Dom's race. But yeah, Dom, how you been?
Good, mate. Yeah, feeling a bit tired now, but yeah, pretty stoked after a big race like that. It definitely went a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think based off the training I was doing, I was probably only doing like between 8 and 10 hours a week.
Yep.
And all the other guys around me were doing like, I don't know, 12 to 15 hours a week. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, like just thinking about that going into it, I was like, oh, not sure.
Mm.
But yeah, my coach said like, you've got a really good base already.
Yep.
And the stuff you need to work on is just like the bigger, longer runs, which is what we did. Like I was doing, I don't know, 3.5 to 4.5 hours every Sunday.
Mm.
And yeah, that's just what needed work, and it worked out all right. So.
Yeah, I think it worked out all right. Well,
Yeah.
so what? How many K? Do you want to lift your? I think because it's coming out pretty low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all good.
Sorry.
How many Ks per week?
Oh, Ks per week was probably like between 80 and 110.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all loaded up towards the
big long runs.
long
yeah.
run, which is
And
good.
Yeah, and like trails and stuff as well. So
Yep.
I feel like hours is probably better to go by.
Yeah. Okay. So you did the 11K as well.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Not good.
I think I was running this morning with Otto, and he was mentioning he was trying to track the 11K.
Oh,
It's like
right.
you were going out, and then you just like fell off a cliff
Yeah.
at a certain point. But yeah, what happened?
Well, like I had the day off work before, and I was just in my head all day. Like the surf was really good, and I thought about going surfing. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to get too tired for the race. I pretty much just like lay around all day doing nothing and just like worrying about this race. And then the morning of, I like had like a bit of a breakfast and drove up and decided to do a bit of bicarb before the race. But I've done it in the past and it's worked out all right, but I took way too much.
I thought bicarb was for like lactic.
Yeah, it is. But I've done it in the past and it's worked out fine. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'll do it again and see how it goes.
That gives me the same sense as like voodoo magic. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it pretty much is. Like, yeah. And the risk just isn't worth the reward. Like, yeah, so I ended up taking way too much. I took like 3 tablespoons when you're meant to take like 3 teaspoons or something. So I was like, probably like, yeah, 3 or 4 times as much as you should be taking.
Isn't that dangerous?
Yeah, I think it is a little bit dangerous. Like, I got to like halfway, and my gut was just like absolutely killing me. Like I couldn't run. I had to walk. I started feeling like kind of like delirious, like dizzy. Couldn't really like focus or walk straight. Had to stop a couple times and just, I don't know, catch my breath sort of thing. Get my head straight. And yeah, just walked the rest of it at a very slow pace in. After 4K, it was like shocking. I think I was not far off going to hospital, to be honest. Like it was just so dumb.
It's funny what Bit of anxiety will make you think it's a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. No, terrible idea.
You might get a text from Sally, man, like, what are you doing?
But yeah, if anyone's thinking about doing bicarb,
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Don't do it. Is there...
And then looking at like the side effects and stuff like that, it says like it's really bad for your kidneys as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was a bit worried about that, but my gut was just the main thing.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, it was not good for the next like 24 hours probably.
What day was that again?
So I was on the Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would have played into you shitting yourself before the race as well.
Yeah,
Be
well-
like, fuck, am I going to be all right?
Yeah, 100%. I was thinking like, I need my gut for this race. Like,
It's a key requirement.
yeah. But thankfully, like, it started to feel good by like Friday afternoon
Yeah, okay.
and like just in time kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very red hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it was not good. But yeah, so yeah, on the Tuesday of the tape week, I did the turbo session. I think that the workout was like a 20-minute effort or something, or a 20-minute threshold. But Turbo had COVID, so I had to lead the session. So I just made something up. We did a couple of hills and then kind of like the Breccia P session.
Ah.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
like 3 hills and then a 1.1 kilometer run.
Okay.
And then 3 hills, 1 kilometer run. And we did that 3 times.
That's quite a painful session.
Yeah.
If you take the hills quite hard,
Yeah.
you're in a lot of strife doing a tempo or an effort
Yeah.
off the back of it.
Absolutely.
Was it like a walk onto do the effort straight away?
Yeah, we had to like cross a road, so each
Okay.
time. But it was pretty good. But it's a tough session, and it works you differently to anything else because you're kind of like mixing up energy systems and stuff like that. So yeah, your legs are so heavy in the 1Ks. But that was really good, and I think everyone enjoyed it, and I ran all right.
That's good.
Yeah. And then back to in the Blue Mountains. I was feeling terrible all day. Then all the guys came up who I was staying with in the hostel, and that kind of like just lifted my mood being around other people as well. I think I just had spent way too much time in my own head.
Yeah. Yeah. Who was joining? Who joined?
Yeah, so it was a really good crew.
Yeah.
We had Chris Ford,
Yeah.
friend of the show.
Legend.
And then Chris has real good energy about him, just real
Wise.
Zen, wise
Yeah,
kind
he
of
doesn't
guy.
say so. He doesn't agree with Wise.
Yeah, but very calming influence. I like
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah, and then we had a guy, Jace Keys. He's used to live in Wollongong, but now he's up on the Gold Coast. And he's just full of energy and always buzzing. But yeah, it's really good having him around as well because he's super positive, but just a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really funny as well. And then we had Zach O'Neill, who's he's a pretty gun runner as well. He's doing Coast to Cozzy later in the year.
Yep.
Which is 240 Ks up to Kosciuszko.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a gun runner and just was frothing running, and was good to kind of bring a bit more of that performance kind of aspect to the group, I guess.
Yeah.
We set the goal of running sub 9 the night before, and then
There's something you love about setting the goal the night, either in the car trip up or the night before.
Yeah.
It's you'll do, I don't know, maybe you'll say, all right, let's do 9:30, and then a month out, then you get there and be 9 hours.
Yeah. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about the time goal, to be honest. But then he mentioned it, and then he said, "Oh, it's 5:20s you need to average." And I was oh yeah, maybe we could be on for that.
Yeah.
And then we had Ollie Jones, who's another turbo runner, and he was doing the 100 as well. So it was good to have him there because we were both in the same boat and kind of both freaking out together and going through the same thing together. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Good bunch of guys. And we all cooked dinner on the Friday together, which is pretty fun.
How are your guts coming up around that time?
They were coming good by then. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. But yeah, for dinner we had veggie pasta,
Nice.
Yep. Which was
Nice.
really
No protein the night before. You don't. You probably don't need it, eh?
no. Well, oh,
Actually,
we
sorry.
put some chicken in it actually.
I'm not a dietitian.
We had chicken in it, and it was like lentil pasta as well. So I think there's a
Nice.
bit of protein there.
Yeah.
But
So-
it was just like a good meal.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah. But we were kind of on the pasta duties and stuffed it up a little bit. According to Chris, he thought we put the pasta in too early before the water had boiled, but it was fine. It worked out very well.
You can always leave it in a bit longer and then be like, okay, now it's right.
Yeah, but if you put it into when the water hasn't boiled, like, I don't know, you
Well-
kind of bits of it will get really soggy, won't it? And then
Have I just revealed myself that I don't know how to cook?
what do you mean? Yeah, but that was really good.
Yep.
Good pasta and good pre-race meal. And then that was race night.
Sleep? How was sleep?
Slept okay. Yeah, I had there was like a double bunk, and I was there at the hostel first, so I shotgunned that bed, which was the best bed.
Nice.
Yeah, so I slept pretty well. And then
Was
got
there any
up.
snorers or?
No, everyone was pretty good sleepers actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
The bed was a bit rickety, and there was no ladder on it, so Chris had to climb up the windowsill to get up to the top bunk.
That is very rogue.
Yeah, but the hostel we were staying at was pretty cheap. It was like $30 a night or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't get a ladder for $30.
and there was 5 of us in
Okay.
one room. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good deal.
yeah, no, it was good. And it's pretty cool at the hostel. Like, it was just full of runners. Like, so when we were eating dinner at night, everyone was sitting around us with just runners.
Yeah.
It was a cool atmosphere. Yeah.
Mm.
And then race day, gun went off, and my coach told me don't get caught up in the lead group. You probably want to just sit back a bit.
Let me guess. You didn't listen.
Yeah. Probably after 200 meters, I went to the front, and then I was at the front for about 3Ks, and sat back a little bit, but was still in the front group, and then my hat blew off, and I was like, oh shit, I got to go back and get my hat.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
The elements working in your favour.
Yeah, probably. So I ran back and grabbed my hat, and then there was a guy who I met at Buffalo Stampede during the race. Me and him were both really struggling, and kind of went up the toughest part. There's this climb. Oh, I forget what it's called, but it's this really, really steep bit of Buffalo Stampede, and we both climbed up that together. His name's Steve Buchanan, and started chatting to him again, and was like, good to see you, mate. Just chill out, run this together. And he was like, oh yeah, this will probably suit you. You probably want to run the flats. And then it was the guys up here, they're really good runners, so probably watch out for them at the end. They'll probably take off or something. But it was good to kind of just have him there to settle me down a bit and just ease my nerves.
Yeah.
Keep it sensible. But we got to a little trailer bit. He took off and went ahead a bit, and then I was with another guy called Lee. I think Lee Chapman. But he's a decent runner as well, and was just chatting with him and running with him through the trails. Then we got out of the trails at about 15Ks, and then the rest of the race is pretty much on the road for 60Ks or so.
Oh, jeez,
Or
really?
50Ks, yeah.
That would have been. Were you happy about that?
Yeah, so I knew to kind of just back it off a bit on that starey kind of traily section.
Yeah.
And then just open up a bit on the roads, and I was just felt like I've got this, this is my jam.
Yeah, the roads.
Yeah, so I broke away from the guys who I was with, caught up to Steve Buchanan, who was a little bit further ahead, and then went past him, and then caught up to 2 other guys, Scotty Hawker, who's an absolute gun. He's come third at UTMB, and second at CCC, which is like the two biggest trail races in the world.
Yeah, right, okay.
But I went past him, and I went past another guy, Morgan Lindquist, who's like an absolute freak as well. I think he's like won UTA before possibly, or like he's done really well. He's always like up there and is just a machine.
What part is this at? How far in?
So this is probably at like 25 Ks.
Yep.
Yeah. So I went past them and you go down this fire trail that's like an out and back. So yeah, I was kind of like on my own from then on, but headed down to the fire trail and saw the leaders start coming back, but they had come back like over a hill around a corner, so I wasn't sure how far the turnaround actually was. But I was kind of surprised to see that like it wasn't that far. It was like just over the hill and there's the turnaround. I said to the guys, I was like, is this the turnaround? And they're like, yeah, this is it. So like I was probably only, I don't know, a minute behind them, which is pretty crazy because the guys at the front was like Vlad Shatrov, who's a 2:17 marathoner, and Reese Edwards, who's a 2:13 marathoner.
Jeez.
And then there was another New Zealand guy who I'm sure he's a freak as well. But yeah, I was coming in fourth then, and yeah, ran out of there just kind of on my own still. Got to the next water station at, I think it was like 37 Ks.
Yeah.
And
what are you doing at the like? How long are you spending in the water station? That sort of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like my overall like downtime, because at each checkpoint they've got little timing sensors that pick up how long you've been in there and like when you come in and when you come out. Okay. So the total time in checkpoints was only 5 minutes, which was good.
Right.
Yeah. Like I just went in, filled my bottles up and went out. I had all my gels on me, and I think it probably worked out all right having, there was you weren't allowed to have any supporters on the course except until like 87 Ks. And then you weren't allowed to have any drop bags with like your own stuff in them until 57 Ks. So it's like everyone had to carry their own stuff until 57 Ks pretty much.
Why was that?
I think because it was on a road and it was just like one way in, one way out. They didn't want like traffic and runners and safety and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think in the past they might have done it differently, but yeah, because Ironman safety.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but in the past though, everyone's on the trails like on a proper like single track. They're not on like dirt roads.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
So this was like 50 Ks, but it was on asphalt or dirt roads.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then yeah, so that was at the water point. I asked the volunteers. I was like, "What am I coming?" And they said, "You're in fourth." And I was like, "Shit, I think I've gone out too quick." I think I said that to them. I was like, "Oh shit, I think I could be in trouble." But, I kept on going.
I saw you at 40K, being like, still maintaining a supportive attitude, of course, but in the back of my mind, like, is he in trouble? I fucking hope he's not in trouble.
But I still felt okay. Like I felt like I could still run.
That's always going to be in the back of your mind if it's like wildly above what you think.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like top 20 would be good. So
yeah.
To hear I'm coming fourth is like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I just kept on running. The rest of the race was like pretty much on my own. You go back down to another turnaround point at 57 Ks. I tried to have like a pikelet there because I had
I don't know why pikelet sounds funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be hard to...
Yeah.
Pikelet's the smaller version of pancake. It's like,
yeah, little pancakes.
Yeah. They're nice actually.
Yeah.
Probably not 50 Ks, 57 Ks into an ultra, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to eat it and I ate it, but I felt like throwing up afterwards.
Yeah.
But kept it down. And then after that, pretty much, I just found it really hard to get gels down. But
yep.
Yeah, I did my best to get them down.
What gels were you eating?
Morton had 10 Morton gels on me.
Yep.
And 4 of them were caffeinated. So I had a caffeinated gel every third gel.
Uh-huh.
And I was having a gel every 10 Ks pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then every half an hour I was having a sip of the drink that I had. So yeah, that's how I was getting all the nutrition in. But 57 Ks, had the pikelet, didn't go down too well. And it was starting to really struggle because pretty much from then on, it's all back uphill. And then the last bit's all like stairs, which I didn't actually know that it was stairs. I thought it'd be more runnable. So I was starting to struggle a bit knowing like the rest is all back uphill now. But it was really cool because it was out and back, you got to see like all the other runners pretty much in the race.
Yeah.
So
that would have been awesome.
Yeah, saw like a guy Owen from the airport who I used to run a bit with. I think we've seen him at parkrun and stuff before, but he's a legend.
Yeah, is it British accent?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at Rhodes.
Yeah. And then saw Jacko from Turbo Runners. He had a pretty good run.
Yeah.
But after the race, he got like hypothermia.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Shit.
Yeah. That was a bit.
Is he right now?
Yeah, he's
all good.
Yeah. But yeah, he was running well. It was good to see him. And then I saw Stu Dono from Turbo Runners as well. He had a good day. Went out a bit quick or blew up a little bit, but still ran really well.
Yeah.
And then saw Dan Price from the Central Coast, who didn't know that well, but like kind of just know through Turbo Runners and seeing him around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool to see him, and like I don't know, I feel like everyone's your best mate when you're out on a big run. So that was really cool, and that lifted my spirits and was able to keep powering on through.
When did your legs start turning to shit?
Not really until like the stairs.
Okay.
Which was like at the next checkpoint, which is 77 Ks. And yeah, from then on, they put you on this like, really like, it was pretty sketchy trail. Because I think it'd been all like washed out so much that there was like really big kind of like crevices and stuff in it. And yeah, I'm surprised they put everyone on that, but
okay,
it was alright. I don't know. Also by that point I'd run 77 Ks, so
your legs were
fried. Yeah. So maybe it was actually fine. I was just not very competent at trail running.
Could be either.
Could be either. But from then on, all the 50K runners are on the same track as well, and they were like just not quite the same speed that I was at. So I was exhausted trying to get through these 50K runners, and like most of the time just couldn't be bothered to tell them to move out of the way. So I was just like sitting behind them for a while and then say, "Oh, excuse me, like, can I get around?" But in the back of my mind, I was thinking like, shit, like someone could be coming up behind me soon. Yeah. And eventually that's what happened.
Was he just like sitting behind someone and then
he
just came out, woo!
It looked like he popped out of nowhere, but like the way he was treating it was like, he was in much better form than I was, and a lot more confident going up the stairs, and was just like commanding the 50K runners, like, move out of the way. And I was like, what?
How was he commanding?
Just pointing them here and there.
Get out, 100K. I'm 88 Ks in.
But he looked way stronger than me. I was like, could hardly even lift my legs, and he was like running up the stairs as he passed me. Maybe it was just mind games at that point, but that was like pretty deep into the race. There was only 5Ks left to go when he passed me. But I was at that point, my head was just gone. I was like, I'm in 4th, 5th, like I've already exceeded expectations.
Did you even care at that point?
Not really. And like it was kind of annoying because I saw Beck at the checkpoint. That was like a really nice surprise. Like I didn't think Beck was going to come up, and I felt good then. But then pretty much after that was when I started to feel not great.
Yeah.
And I guess like when you're going into a checkpoint as well, you're like, it's something to look forward to, and you're kind of naturally up a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good to see Beck there. But then all the other guys were like a bit further down on the course when I was actually like struggling and not in a good mindset. But it's still cool to see him. But like their energy levels were like up here,
you were
and
like,
I was just couldn't match it. Like, yeah.
Like, great to see you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, that's it. And then like my hamstring was starting to cramp a bit, and like I don't know, it was really good to like.
You
get
imagine if you're like, get out of my way.
Yeah. But it was awesome to see them all like, and they were all frothing so much. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I was like doing as well as I was.
What point was that?
That was probably like, I don't know, 85 or 90 Ks in. Yeah.
That's where you need the support.
Yeah, but then just after that was when the guy passed me. It was like right when I saw my coach as well. But yeah, it was all good. And then I just kind of battled the rest of it through. But
Yeah.
that last 30 Ks when it was all just like the technical trail and then the stairs. Yeah, I thought there was more road and it was going to be more runnable. So every time we came up the cliff, I thought, okay, we're going to go back on the road. I'll get to run.
Yeah.
I'll be able to hammer it out and catch up to the next guy or whatever. But it just never happened. And
So you're probably holding something back as well, being like, I'll just hammer on the road. Or
not
you're
really.
just trying to move forward.
I think going upstairs is like very different to running on the road as well.
Yeah.
So I felt like, yeah, my quads and stuff were just cooked, but I could still run okay, like if it was flat, but it wasn't flat, it was all stairs. So probably didn't train enough stairs. Or
How were you? Was
gym.
it like a fast walk or something, or
No,
up the stairs?
yeah, just like one foot after the other kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Or like sometimes try and like jog like every step, but definitely not like 2 steps at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon that's probably the downfall was not doing enough stairs. Yeah, then got to the finish line and was just stoked to have come 5th. 8 hours and 42 minutes, which is pretty cool. They audited me and said, have you got your high vis and your buff, which was good because...
You said, what? I've just finished this race. Can you leave me alone?
That's pretty much what... But they could say I had the buff on my arm and the high vis was like just in the back pocket I could reach easy.
Yeah.
So thank God I didn't have to go like scrummaging through my bag because I just would not have been in the mood. But yeah, that was it. Got my silver buckle and celebrated with everyone for a while, which is, yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Definitely on a high. But yeah, then we went back to the hostel, had a shower and a nap, and went out to crew Ollie, who was about to come through the, I think it's like the 80K checkpoint.
Yeah.
The final checkpoint. Well, I think it's like 87 Ks or something. Like there's only like 10 Ks to go. And yeah, he was looking all right. But we figured that, because I don't know, there's this big thing, if you run under 14 hours, you get a silver buckle. And if you go over that, you get a bronze buckle. So it's like kind of a thing.
Yeah, okay.
And we figured that, yeah, if he could just do this last section in 2 hours, he'd get a silver buckle. And I told him, like, yeah, it's all stairs from here on out. So just like as a heads up, like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't want to know that.
Yeah, I don't know. He said like after the race, because there was a little bit that wasn't stairs, but then you go like onto the trails and the rest is stairs. And he thought, oh, Dom's just like done the mind tricks where you tell them, oh, it's really, really hard, and then it's much easier. But then he hit the stairs and was like, no, he wasn't. But yeah, I've put his like headlamp on, and he was like, oh, no, I don't need a headlamp. And then he said, yeah, like 10 minutes later, oh yeah, I'm glad I have my headlamp. But yeah, he went, and then after, yeah, we'd been to the checkpoint, watched the 3K champs as well, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Did you watch any of those?
No.
Oh.
Well, I watched I watched bits and pieces, but not towards the later stages of the races.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll go into that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah. Then watched that, and then went to the finish line and watched Ollie cross the line, but he just missed the 14-hour mark.
What was the time?
14:20.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah,
That's all
all right. Yeah, I think he was pretty stoked. Like he hadn't done.
I'm sure he was happy to finish.
Yeah, he hadn't done that much training for it, and like, yeah, it's a pretty special event, even just to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's such a long way.
It is, absolutely.
It's got this aura to it as well. Everyone that talks about it.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
It's
Yeah.
just this it sticks out compared to all the other ones.
Yeah.
Um,
I think because it's like in Sydney, there's no other real like big ultras in a big like in Sydney, like a big city. So yeah. But that was it pretty much. Like UTA.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah. See how we go.
So what was the pace? How were you pacing it and that sort of thing? Was it all on feel pretty much?
Yeah. Like there's not really much else you can go off. I guess you could go off power if you had power. But yeah, pretty much just on feel. And yeah, especially all the stairs and stuff was just so hard. Because like I feel like your heart rate's not that high, but
your legs are
your muscles are gone. So it's kind of like a weird one. Yeah, but yeah, it just went off feel, and I think I was averaging like 4:30s for probably the first 60 k's.
Yep.
And then it started to fall back a bit, and then over the stairs was going pretty slow.
Yeah. Okay.
And averaged out 5:20s or 5:19 or something.
It's still pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's still very impressive.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
Yeah, I love at the aid station you're like, have I gone out too quick? They're probably like, I don't know. I hope not, Dom.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the ones where you thought you'd gone out too quick but you actually didn't.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then, shortly after that, I forgot to say, like, Scotty Hawker, the freak guy, came past me and, like, I knew he was gone. Like, I wasn't going to see him again.
Yeah. So what did the winner run?
9:10. No, 8:10.
8:10, okay.
Yeah. So I was like 32 minutes behind him.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like, considering, I don't know. In a marathon, my PB is what, I don't know, 20 minutes behind him or something.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's different sport.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's different, completely different.
Yeah. I reckon he could have gone quicker though.
He was in feel it out mode, like, where am I sitting? Didn't you say has he done many ultras?
No. I think he's done Tarawera 100, he won that.
Yeah.
But I think he's been doing more marathons and road stuff recently.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how are your legs today?
Yeah, a bit sore. It's kind of annoying not having any legs.
Not having any legs.
Not having any legs.
Yeah, I was so tempted. I really wanted to film you coming up the stairs. I missed my opportunity.
Yeah. But it's just, you can't do anything. Like, yeah.
Was it worse than, obviously, I imagine it's worse than marathon?
Nah, similar.
Similar?
Yeah. Because I guess the marathon, you're pushing to your limit as well.
Yeah.
And like, I felt like in this one, it was probably when I hit the trails and the stairs, which was like 70 Ks, I think, 70 something Ks.
Yeah, okay.
Which would be like the equivalent of, I guess, 35 Ks in a marathon. So,
yeah, okay.
Yeah. In terms of like percentages of the race.
Yeah, okay. Well, you proved us all wrong that you can go out too quick and still hold on. Which is good. Well, you can't call it too quick at that point, can you?
Yeah.
But
that race probably like suited that strategy though.
Yeah.
Because the back half was all stairs and we had all the 50k runners there, so you were going to be going a lot slower anyways.
Yeah.
Whereas you could probably blow up a little bit and just get to that point and be okay. Which is kind of what I did.
Which is good. Yeah. Big stuff. Yeah. What's the plan now? Have you thought ahead at all, or are you just trying to recover and go from there?
Next up, we'll be trying to run a fast 5k. Would like to run a PB, and maybe break 15, but like my PB is still a long way off 15. So
that's all right.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack.
In Feb?
Yeah, that's like probably the best shot
at
it. But then there's also a 5k race coming up on the 10th of December.
What's today? Yeah, a month and a bit away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday the 10th of December. It's called PB City.
Ooh.
So,
I've heard about this percolating in the background.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to get down to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turbo race?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Big stuff. Where is it?
ES Marks. I
ES
think.
Marks?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think the details are yet to be kind of confirmed. But
Oh, sorry. I didn't say anything.
Oh no.
Okay.
But yeah, I think just start penciling that in your calendars.
Yeah.
If you want to run a fast 5K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then do a 5K. Then I got 6 foot track in March next year,
Okay.
and then I think I might.
Because you run a BM 5K training in Feb,
Yeah.
and then it's quick turnaround.
Yeah, but
As in, you probably won't train specific for it then? Or you're going to train specific for 5K?
I think more so for the 5K. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But 6 foot, it's like a marathon
Okay.
on the trails, so it shouldn't be too hard to train for.
Yeah, okay.
I guess not compared to like a 100K race.
Yep.
And then gonna take some time off work, and then I've got an entry to Lavarito 50K, which is like in the Dolomites in Italy, which will be pretty sick in June next year, and then Berlin Marathon in September. Yep.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah. So that's like pretty much the next year sorted.
Yeah, I'm dreaming about Berlin already.
Yeah.
And I haven't even started getting into 5K training yet.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sally, like, I was G'ing up after the marathon, just being like, let's get into some fast stuff, all right? Now all I can think about is marathon. But then when I think about doing the marathon training, I'm like,
Nah.
let's do a bit of fast stuff for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure you're keen for a break from 4-hour long runs as well.
Yeah, 100%. I'm very keen for some fast stuff. I kind of like started doing fast stuff already because I was just getting a bit bored of the training. But I don't know, it worked out all right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
That was a very good recap and
Yeah,
a very
sorry.
big result.
Hope you didn't waffle on too much.
No, you got some good notes there, Dom.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
What about you, Smitty? How's
What
your
about
week
me?
been?
I don't know how I can get near topping that, but went out for some easy runs. Let's have a look. I did. Yeah, so this week was probably the first week back into doing sessions and sort of getting my head around running a little bit more seriously after taking 3 weeks off.
Wow.
So it's good. I was excited, incredibly toey to get back into the swing of things. Good to take 3 weeks off though. I think I've already talked about it. Yeah, but
Do you reckon it was too long off, or?
No, I don't think so. I think it was definitely the right move for my body to just have a break from doing like long tempos.
But you're still running, like doing easy runs.
Doing easy runs, yeah. Just letting, like, if the only thing that I thought was too long was, you know, you get used to doing sessions, right?
Yeah.
But at my body, like, I think my body needed the rest, and I'll probably benefit from it.
Yeah.
Taking a bit of time off, resetting, especially mentally, because you just have a reset. And I was talking to Sally, and it's like I was, mentally ready to get back into training, as opposed to being like, oh shit, let's go straight back into training, you know.
Yeah,
I
stuff this. Yeah.
could lose some gains or whatever, which is the normal mental, like, I don't want to take too much time off but I was thinking before, it's like we don't think in a linear way in terms of we think 3 weeks easy, that must mean I've lost some fitness. But it's like I don't think your body forgets the last like 8 months of very specific training.
100%. I think that's like what worked for me with the UTA build up. Like because I had been running like 120 plus Ks a week for a year or so.
Yep.
I was able to run a bit less and just focus on the specific stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
The fitness was still there. Yeah.
But you, the tendency is to forget all of that.
100%.
Like, forget the 4 years of running that you've done as well.
Yeah.
And just be like, nah, just the next 2 weeks, that's what makes my fitness. And it's like, that's why, like, sometimes my head gets stuck in like sometimes I think my body might be moving a bit faster than my mind in terms of like I get stuck in I'm in this shape, and because you don't go over. I don't know. Sometimes you don't think you improve. Sometimes,
Yeah.
And I'm like, actually no, I'm probably going to improve. But also there's two sides to that, which is wanting to improve too quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I'm in better shape than my head's telling me. So yeah, I'll talk about that after I go for the recap, but try and do a half marathon. Canberra coming up, see where my fitness is. But anyway, so Monday was easy. First session back on the Tuesday at Gore Hill was 2 by 1600. But I did Gore Hill mile accidentally, which is for 4 laps, which is more than 1600.
Yeah, because the oval there's big.
It's bigger, yeah. And I didn't have on my watch like distance properly, like lap distance.
Yeah.
So I just did 4 laps, and it kind of
Did you see your rep times and think, oh shit, I'm running a bit slow, or?
No, I didn't. No. I just saw. I kind of had to join the dots because I took some data off. Can't remember what it was. I set one. Normally I did like lap power, lap time, and then I took off distance and pace ages ago and forgot to put it back on.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going a little bit blind.
Right.
But yeah, that was good, but it was humid, and I went out quick on the first rep, which kind of. But the thing is, I'm just not used to running in that zone.
Yeah.
So you train, like, for example, you think of marathon training was incredibly, it's just, you don't go, what I did towards the back end was tempo work at marathon pace. Like nothing, which got me fit, but when you switch gears and go into, although you got the fitness there, mentally, I forget how to gauge the effort properly.
Yeah.
So you just got to really learn how to run hard again. So yeah, that was good. And then it was 2 by 16, 2 by 800 and 2 by 400. That was the session with sort of 3 minutes jog in between. So generous rest.
Yeah.
The idea is to take them quite hard. 3 minute jog between the 1600s and 2 minute between the 800s and 400s.
Okay.
Yeah. It was good to have a go, even though I didn't think it went as well in terms of like, I went out a bit quick and then fell off, but I still enjoyed running hard again.
Yeah.
After so long, well, not so long, 3 weeks, but you know. Then Wednesday I did 60 minutes easy, which was all right. Thursday 60 minutes jogging, and then like not really session, just 8 by like 8 second downhill sprints, just to get the legs turning over.
Okay.
Which was interesting.
Good little confidence booster.
Yeah. Yeah. Downhills. It's always a classic.
Yeah. I remember when I was like really unfit, trying to get back into running, I used to do downhill reps just to make myself feel good. And then later, like, I don't know, 10 weeks later or whatever, I'd do them uphill.
Downhill, I'd be like, I'm running downhill. I can't be that fit.
Yeah.
And then Friday I was meant to have the day off, but did 35 minutes easy with Martino around the bay. Super easy. Then Saturday was the debut 3K. Did the community race, 2:45 on a Saturday in 26, 27 degree heat.
Jeez.
Which, it was hot. But I don't know how much it plays into, like...
Yeah.
I don't
think
know.
It matters, yeah.
For a 3K, I'm not sure because it's over pretty quick.
But I reckon, like, if you did, like, cooling strategies and everything like that, maybe it wouldn't matter as much. But,
yeah.
If you're just standing around the heat because you have to get there early and faff around. And
it was in the
all
grandstand.
Yeah.
Under the shade, which was all right. But,
yeah.
I don't know. Your body heats up pretty quick. And then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like coming out of winter as well, like your body's used to being cold.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just not acclimatized as well. Like now's like the worst time.
Yeah, yeah. So I was a bit worried about that. Also very unsure about how to pace a 3K. I'm not good at pacing 5K the best of times, and it's like 3K. All right, just go a bit quicker maybe. I don't know. Or go at like how I go out in a 5K, and that's the 3K pace. Either one. So yeah, that was good. It was good to see Sally. Yeah, and met Chris as well.
Chris
was Sally's partner.
Oh right.
Yeah, which is nice. And yeah, so warmed up a little. Didn't really warm up. I forgot to put my stride pod on.
Oh no.
I was like, oh. We were talking after the race, like, oh yeah, it was fun, yeah. And Sally's like, yeah, good job. Forgot you put your stride pod on. So we missed out on the power data.
Yeah.
But that's right.
Oh.
We'll just get some other data another time. But yeah, the race was good. Went out, I would say went out conservative. Sota was in the race. I was not going to go out with Sota because, always had in the back of my mind, like, he's quicker.
It's not that much quicker.
In terms of 5K specific, I was like, I don't want to go blow up.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So I just like held back. I felt pretty good for the first K. Like I probably went out slow, to be honest. And then the second K, like K and a half, I was like still pretty aerobic, and then it started to hurt. Yeah. In the heat, and then I kept it pretty consistent. I would say like paces were consistent. Was trying to so I was always like ahead, and like towards the end I tried my best to try and catch him. Yeah. But no, I didn't. I didn't. So what I run 9:33, I think it was, which is all right. Okay. Yeah. But
so it's like 3:11s.
Yeah, 3:11s.
Sub 16 pace.
Yeah. See, I was really happy about it until I like thought about it after, being like, oh, it's not that fast, is it?
Oh, but in the heat as well.
Yeah, maybe.
I reckon that indicates that, sub 16 is still on.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it was good. It was nice to go fast around the track and just like tick off because 7.5 laps is very
short. It's
short, easy to get your head around. Like if you're hurting, you can just keep
a couple more laps.
Yeah, a couple more laps. Mind you, like saying I probably went out slow, like in the race, it like felt quick.
Yeah. Do you know what the pace was or?
No idea. I just knew it was like, because in my head I was like, Sotar's probably going out, I don't know, like quick. Yeah. And I was sort of gauging that I was 5 seconds or so
behind him.
Yeah. But then, because I was trying to go out, like maybe try and come in sort of 9:15 to 9:30. But ended up being a bit outside that, but that's all right. Yeah. A lot of work to do in that sort of distance, I reckon. But yeah, then watched some of the Delta runners go around as well. Arthur had a good race, very consistent splits. Good support from Delta. There was a big Delta tent out. Chris ran a really good race. Chris Gatt.
Oh yeah.
Ran 9:31, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, which is quick after Chicago. Yeah. So quick turnaround and really like
impressive.
Really impressive. I think that was faster than he thought he was going to run. But he looked like he gave it sort of a really solid nudge, which is good. So that was my Saturday. Then what happened? Sunday, went out for a tempo with Josh Large. He was down. Yeah. Largie was down from Albury. He's going to be racing next week as well, or this week, which will be good. Two half marathon men. I think he wanted to. He was going to do a half this week, but he missed out on getting a ticket for, I think it's 3 Bridges. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So we just did a session around the bay. I think it was, so we did 1 lap tempo, sort of at half marathon pace, and then 4K, like 3-minute rest. We went out a bit quick, so we took a bit of 3-minute rest and did 4K. Then he didn't know about it, but I was like, we got to do 8 hill sprints after. So we went on the hill around Montage and just...
Isn't he getting coached by Sally as well?
Yeah, but Sally's
why does
like...
he not know his session?
Because we got added in, and Sally's like, don't tell him until after the tempo.
Secret session.
Secret session. It was good. It was good. It's like so much better running around with someone, even just at the bay, like to get through the session. He's off the back of running 16:09.
Wow, that's
in
quick.
the 5K, which is quick.
Yeah.
One thing Sally says is he really knows how to like suffer in these races. Like he'll run, because the way he got modelled for his marathon, I think was like 250 or even like slower.
Really?
And he ran 242.
Yeah, wow.
So very far exceeding expectations.
Yeah. But he's had like good 5K, 10K times for a while. And then I guess his marathon, that was like a massive PB for him.
Yeah. Which is good. It was a good session. Yeah, monster on the hills. Like was always like sort of a few seconds to 5 seconds ahead.
Really?
The hills are tough.
Yeah.
It just like powered up. It's like a lot of strength. And I said to Sally, Josh is pretty quick on the hills. And she's like, yeah, he does like strength work. And I was like, okay. It's like maybe I should pull my finger out and start doing that stuff. But yeah, that was my week, which is good. And then I'm going to do, as I was saying, Canberra half marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a crack. See if there's some fitness there. It'd be interesting. Interesting.
Do you know what the course is? Is it like similar to...
I don't know, actually. I should check that. I think Sally was saying there's 200 metres of elevation, which is probably... Is that similar?
That's a bit hilly.
Is it a bit hilly? Maybe
I think that is similar though, because I think the marathon was like 400 or something.
Okay, well I might give it a read.
Yeah,
and double check.
The 11K that I did was 400 in the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, okay.
And that was like hilly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll give it a read and have a look. See how we go. But good first week back training. Very keen to get back into it. But yeah, that's about it from me.
Awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Are you gonna read the results or something?
Yeah, sorry, I was looking them up.
No, I just saw the New South Wales.
But yeah, it was really good to watch. The 3K champs.
Yeah.
In the men's race, there was like this young guy from Canberra. He's 16 years old. Cameron Myers, he ended up winning it, but what's crazy is 16.
That's crazy.
He ran, I think, 8:10, which is just like insane. And yeah, I just couldn't believe that. That's incredible. And then in the women's race was pretty cool. There was Ainsley Van Gran, who's she won the 3K, the 5K, and the 10K last year. Jeez. So she just dominated last year. And then she was up against another lady who's been injured, Paige Campbell, who, it was just like those two for probably the first half of the race. And then Paige Campbell just dropped her, put like 40 metres on her in like within 200 metres.
Wow.
And just ran away from her. And that was like really cool to watch because she just like, it was just out of nowhere. She was gone. Yeah.
Shit.
But, it was cool to watch. Love seeing people run fast.
Especially 16-year-old run 8:10.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It had a good vibe to it when I was there. I left a little bit early.
It seemed like they started it pretty early then.
Yeah. Well, our race was at 2:45 and then cascaded from there, but I guess it would cool down at least towards the back
during
end.
the night. Yeah.
But
I think usually it's one in like sub 8, so it was a bit slower.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
maybe it was still hot. No, it's at late. That's late, isn't it?
I think it was like at 8:30 or so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
But still pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Shout outs. Anything to add? We've waffled on. That was good.
Yeah, no, I think
It
that's...
was a waffle-worthy episode.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a waffly kind of episode, but it was a good one.
Mate, it was a good recap.
Yeah.
It was a solid recap.
Yeah.
Lots of notes and lots of not being a shit bloke, but I'm still can't believe you came fifth.
Oh no, I can't believe it either. Like, it was so absurd because it was so much better than I thought it would have done. Like, my head couldn't even calculate it. Like, while I was running, it's like I'm coming fourth. Like, what the hell? And I think towards the end, when I saw my coaches and stuff, I was just in a shit mood, and I was like, I don't care anymore. Like, if I finish top 10, I'm happy. and no, come on, Dom. Keep going. You're nearly there. And I was nah.
You're nah. You're throwing your toy car around.
Yeah, exactly. I was in such a bad headspace, but
it's very understandable.
It was weird because I was just doing that well. I don't know. It's a weird one.
That's good. Well, you can't fake 100K.
Yeah, true.
You can't there's no. That's the reality of where you were.
Yeah.
So it's not you can't fluke that.
Yeah. I think I got lucky. The course definitely suited me. If it was on the old course because the old course has double the amount of elevation pretty much.
Yeah.
So by the way I was going on the stairs, it's probably not a great reflection of how I would have done on a hillier course.
Well, no one will ever know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not what the race was, so...
Exactly.
Yep. Sucked in, guys.
Yeah.
Sucked in everyone I beat.
I think Dom's overconfident. What have we done to him? UTA don't have him back.
Yeah, I'll be banned from UTA now.
All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, no worries.
That was good. Yeah, until next time.
Stay strong.
And stay fast. We got it first time.
Come with this, sucking everyone.
You actually said sucked in everyone.